Championship Wrestling, bringing you great wrestling action, sanctioned by the NWA, National Wrestling Alliance.
Powerade Zero, color blue, 0 calories, sports drink, 32 ounces, 1 quart, 946 milliliters, mixed berry, good for the summertime. Just make sure you don't end up with diabetes. And by Passion Triple Plus Blades, available at your local 99-cent store. If you want to look like Leatherface, they'll come in handy. That's why you see me with the 5 o'clock shadow. And by PS3 fake Sony PlayStation remotes. Comes in handy. I haven't tested it out on the computer. And by your local Subway sandwich. I used up the gift card of $20. I think I have $1 more left in it, so I could buy myself a sandwich. Or as Brotman would say, sandwiches. And by Up and Up Hydrocortisone 1% ointments. Help heal chafy skin. Comes in handy right now in the summertime. We all walk around with chafy skin in the summertime because of the heat, and that or use baby powder. So how's everybody doing this evening? It's Saturday night. It's my first time doing a video blog on a Saturday night. Lately I have this trend going on where I like to do the blogs at night. It's because it's the only time I got time. Maybe I should stick one during the weekday if I had the energy. But for that I got to shower, and because usually I come back from work all dirty, especially now with the summertime. And I usually work on Saturday nights, but the job I do in Port Washington, the kids away, so I've been home for the past 3 Saturdays. That's why you see me doing blogs on the weekend. And today's blog is going to be a little, well, I always say it's going to be a little bit, what the hell? Every blog I do is different. That's what a lot of you jabronis out there don't understand. It's kind of like the story of my life. I mean, even in my social inner circles, I know people of different taste. I'm not going to say creeds, race, or color, but they are usually people of different taste in things. High school is a perfect example of that. In high school, I was always a loner. I kept to myself. Didn't really talk to anybody, which is one of the big mistakes I made. But one thing I did notice about myself was that despite my negativity around that time frame, I knew at least one member of each clique. I knew everybody from the hip-hop. I knew at least one member from the hip-hop kids to the rock and roll kids to the Spanish kids to the black kids to the white kids. You name it, to the Asian kids. I knew at least one member of each clique. And that's why when it comes to the audience here on these blogs, I can't cater to everybody. Because when you cater to the same audience, you see them one, you see them all, and people have the attention span of a hummingbird. So I don't expect most of you to watch every single one of my blogs, but if you watch one, it's better than nothing. So today's blog is going to be a little bit different. Like I said, I repeated the same thing again. What was I saying again? What the fuck? Today's blog is going to be nothing about pro wrestling. Nah, I'm not going to talk about gossip about what goes on behind the scenes. Although I just found out that Brock Lesnar is fighting Randy Orton at SummerSlam. It's weird that I talk about wrestling because I don't really watch wrestling anymore. I mean, I still am a wrestling fan at heart, but since April, I can't say I really watch wrestling anymore. Even my old lineups of watching classic wrestling, I've had this lineup going on since 2013, thanks to YouTube. I get my wrestling from YouTube. I watch all episodes of Superstars, Wrestling Challenge, other stuff from territories like Mid-South and whatnot. In fact, I'm wearing a wrestling shirt right now. Fat, drunk, and pissed off from a tag team called The Bad Crew. And if you're an ROH mark or bot, you can see the logo in the back. It's an ROH t-shirt. I cut the sleeves of it like this because, well, this is back when I was going through my tight shirt phase. And it's weird considering that now that's the popular trend with all you jabronis out there. Everybody likes to wear these muscle t-shirts. I was wearing that shit before it was cool. Even though I copied that look from Stone Cold Steve Austin in the Attitude Era. But today's topic is, yes, about wrestling. Nope, you're gonna have to give me 11 more minutes. Sorry about that. I set up the alarm, but I fucked up the video and had to do it again. Some of these videos are a pain in the ass. And when I set it up, I had to start recording, but I forgot to put the start on the microphone. That's why some of the videos have good audio, because I have a microphone right here, even though the video quality looks horrendous. But what do you want from me? Although now that I'm working, I might consider getting a good camera. Not an HD camera, just a good camera so I can record the footage. Because all I really care about is getting the message out there. As for the good quality, I'll leave it to the good-looking people. They're the ones who are always bragging about their right side or their left side is the prettier side. But enough of that shit. I've had this thing that I've been doing. I've had this wrestling lineup I've been going on. That's been going on since 2014, where I had this obsession of watching wrestling every afternoon. I got that idea from the old days of Global on ESPN Classics. Everybody said they used to watch it after school. I never came across that company back in the days. I did, however, watch some of their stuff on public access television here in New York, and even when I lived in the West Coast in Los Angeles. That along with USWA, so I kept mistaking both companies because they were both taking place from the old Dallas Sportatorium. So I've had this obsession going on with wrestling where I watch wrestling, you know, almost 7 days a week, but now I really don't. In fact, it's 9:52 p.m., and every Saturday night I said I was going to do it. And I did it once, but it felt weird. I like to watch certain federations, certain companies at certain times throughout the day, see the feeling. For example, from 2013 all the way till the January of this year, I used to like watching WWF every Sunday morning, whether it was an episode of Wrestling Challenge, or All American, or Superstars, or whatever. But, you know, sometimes you basically watch everything that's already been posted here on YouTube, and you just make a playlist of matches that got played out. So what do I do now? I watch episodes of WCW Prime. Not to be mistaken with Prime Time Wrestling, which is another WWF show. But I watch it along with my Sunday morning cartoons. Yes, I still watch cartoons on Sunday mornings. Right after King Arthur and the Knights of Justice, I switch over to WCW Prime. I'm watching the 1995 episodes, and it's weird. I can't even tell those episodes apart because 1995 was a very horrendous year in wrestling. But let's focus on the weekdays. Ever since I started working, I don't do my wrestling lineup. I can't watch late night TV anymore because I gotta be at work at fucking 7:30 in the morning, so I gotta wake up at 5:30. Even though most of the time I just spend most of the time lying down in bed just procrastinating and can't wait to get out of bed. I have to watch Fox News to watch those babes with the hot legs to wake me up and you know what. But I've had this lineup going on with wrestling that I stopped doing, and I'm wondering how can I bring it back. I'm going in a timeline format. I used to like watching one company per day. And so I realized the footage falls behind and stuff gets deleted. I used to like watching World Class on Monday nights. And I mentioned this before. I like watching World Class because it's kind of like a throwback to the old Florida Championship Wrestling that aired on Monday nights here in New York on Telemundo. Although some people say it was Tuesday nights, right after the news. So after 11:30, I used to like watching World Class. But every time I try to watch it, I end up falling asleep. What's the other one? On Tuesdays, I like to watch whatever. I know the only thing I got going on right now is on Thursday nights, unless I get lazy and start procrastinating and my mind goes elsewhere. I like to watch WCW, not just on Sunday mornings, but I like to watch it at 9 o'clock at night. I try to stick to episodes from 1989 through 91, whether it's the Power Hour or Pro or whatever. The stuff from the later 90s, I like to watch it on Sunday mornings. And fuck, it's a drag. Saturdays probably might be the only night where I might watch more wrestling. In fact, right now it's 10 o'clock. I've had this thing where I like to watch World Class sometimes on Saturday nights at 10 p.m. You know, I like to stay up late night anyway, but sometimes I can because I show up to my job at 10. I gotta start taking care of the kid. And sometimes I like to do little things around the house. I'm supposed to be working, taking care of the kid, but I could also watch TV. But lately I can't concentrate. Then the weekdays, I used to do this lineup again. It was a midnight lineup, but then it got to be too late. Then I moved it to 11 o'clock. Got to be too late. Then I moved it to 10 o'clock. It's impossible. I moved it to 9 o'clock. I'm too lazy with my DVRs. I become one of those people that don't really watch TV the same way anymore. I don't watch TV anymore. I get all my entertainment from YouTube. Even if I find myself watching the same fucking video over and over and over. And I still do wrestling at 6:05 on Saturday nights, by the way. Of course, it's not WCW. I try to watch the WCW Saturday night at 6:05. Some of that stuff hasn't aged very well, especially the NWA stuff from the from the mid '80s. And then I try watching other stuff. So I basically just find federations that have a good mesh. They feel perfectly well in that time slot. I used to watch AWA, but then I got lazy. I used to like watching AWA from 1989, the stuff that everybody badmouths, like the stuff with the Pink Room. Then I like watching, what was the other stuff I like to watch? Now I'm currently watching Herb Abrams' UWF The Fury Hour. I remember watching those episodes on ESPN Classic, but they always short it down to just a half-an-hour episode. Those episodes suck. But you watch the 1 hour format, they're pretty good. Especially if you watch some of the stuff from like the early episodes. And I'm shocked at how many wrestlers were allowed to be there while working for other federations. Like Nikita Koloff was there, Larry Sabisco was there, and I could have sworn he was in the AWA. Andre the Giant was there. This is like right after WrestleMania 6 when he lost to Demolition in a tag match with Haku. Captain Lou was there, and well, it's slow paced. I like the stuff. I like to watch it on Saturday nights at 6:05. I'm thinking about revamping the lineup again. I don't know why. There's some episodes of UWF, not the Herb Abrams UWF, Mid-South UWF with Bill Watts. That I like to watch on Thursday nights. According to Raven, he said that in his blog that he was a big fan of UWF Mid-South, and he used to like watching it right after it was a part of his Thursday. It was part of a Thursday night lineup. They would watch the NBC lineups with Night Court and Different Strokes, The Cosby Show, or something like that. Then at 10 o'clock they would switch over to another channel to watch UWF. It's weird how far wrestling has gone. Is always come around on weekdays. As for my 5-day routine of watching wrestling, which I haven't done since April, because I started working at this job in April, that lineup is based off what I found out here in New York City. If you have local television, which is not local anymore because everything is 68.1, 68.2, 2.1, 4.1. 2.1 is CBS, 4.1 is NBC. Well, 68 was a public access channel, I think. It was a stock market channel. It was a local version of MTV. And then at 7 o'clock they would give like wrestling 5 nights a week. This goes back to the 84 through 86. So some of the fans from that era were happy to watch something that wasn't WWF. Being in New York City is nothing but WWF territory. And they would watch World Class, Glow, what was the other federation they would watch? I think they would watch Mid-South and NWA. Don't know if it was Pro or Worldwide. Don't watch NWA Pro. Those shows suck. Those matches are nothing but 2 minutes, and then it goes to cut to a promo. So every fucking week I keep saying I'm going to revamp my lineup, watch something different, and boy, I just can't seem to fucking pull it off. I just get lazy. Lately I'm trying to catch up with some DVRs here. I still DVR telling them, I don't know why the fuck I'm DVRing these shits. I don't even watch them anymore. I spend most of my time here, like the rest of you jabronis and humanoids and ham and eggers out there, on the computer researching bullshit and watching stuff on YouTube. And fuck, like my little brother says, welcome to the 21st or 22nd, I don't even know, century, the way people watch television. And it's a buzzkill. It definitely is a buzzkill. As for do I watch current wrestling? I said before I don't watch it. I'm guilty of watching WrestleMania. Last year I tried watching the SummerSlam, but that fucking fell through because the job where I'm currently working in, a year before I started working there, they let me stay there one night, and the fucking network for some reason wasn't working in their house, so I couldn't watch SummerSlam last year. And after a while I just forgot all about it. I will say something about SummerSlam this year. It's here in the Barclays Center. And I mentioned in my previous videos that I sell bottled water. Mark my words. On that Sunday, I don't know what time I'm gonna get there, but hopefully there's a big line there. I'm gonna have to go around that arena by the Barclays Center. I haven't been to that place in ages. I was there when they were just building it, and then that was in April. Fast forward October or September, it was already done. All my friends were taking pictures of themselves inside of the arena on Facebook, posting shit up. And I'm gonna go sell bottled water there. I tried to do that. I would have done that last year, but I got lazy. But last year I was doing it 5 days a week. This year I'm gonna go sell bottled water at SummerSlam. So if you're watching this sometime before August, I don't know what date SummerSlam is. I know it's a Sunday. If you're gonna be there, be on the lookout for me. I'm gonna be selling bottled water there, and sodas and Gatorades and everything. And then I'll probably be out of there by 6 p.m. because after 6 p.m. nobody really buys water anymore. That's one thing I've learned. And I guess that's about it. I talked about what? Wrestling lineup and whatnot. This video so far is 14 minutes and 48. I gotta stop it right now because fucking YouTube doesn't allow me to post anything past 15 minutes. Happy Saturday. If you're out partying, great. If you're not partying and you're home like myself, what the hell? Stay home. And sorry for the glitch, folks, but fucking the screen goes black. I hate when that shit happens. Anyway, it's time to get out of here. It's Saturday night. It's 10:03. Looks like I won't be watching World Class at 10 p.m. I usually try to squeeze in either Monday Nitro, but fuck, I'm just gonna just relax and watch some TV. I will, however, watch WCW either worldwide or pro at exactly 1 a.m. And who knows how long it'll take me to watch that shit, and then hit the sack. And I gotta wake up tomorrow and watch, you know, my cartoons, and then hit the rest of the road for Sunday. I don't know, and then be back at work on Monday. Anyway, happy Saturday night. If you guys are out there enjoying yourself, say hi to everybody, and what the hell? Time to get out of here. I'm gonna make some funny faces. See you later.